Let's get one thing straight. Real estate is not for the faint of heart. It's a career that's filled with a lot of highs, a lot of lows, and these in-betweens that do often make you question your life choices. Some days you're really excited. You're at a closing, you're popping champagne, you're on top of the world. And then other days when you're, picking your open house signs up in the rain, you're like looking around wondering if you're being punked on an episode called Will This Deal Ever Happen? But here's the truth. Every moment in real estate, whether it's good or it's bad, or it's a I just want to eat a whole cake by myself moment, that is an opportunity to either have a lesson or a blessing, a setback or a win. And it's how you frame those moments that determines how far you'll go in this business. Hey y'all, I'm Amanda, the marketing mama for all things real estate, and we are on day number 7, where I'm sharing my top 10 tools for real estate doers for free to give you a sneak peek into my 2025 agent planner, which is available for purchase. So today's tool, Lessons and Blessings Review, is one that I have in my planner for 12 months of the year. It really is so vitally important, and I know this because I've not only closed thousands of transactions, but I've helped hundreds of agents save deals and save their sanity, combating the crazy that is just like regular real estate life. And I can assure you that this kind of focus, this tool is essential. This tool is all about reflection, and reflection is really an awesome way to combat the crazy, because when you take time to reflect, you really do sharpen your self-awareness, improve your problem-solving skills, and it really does aid us in helping us to be empathetic without being pathetic, which is really hard to do in our business. So what I'm talking about here is not just fluff, right? Okay, I'm saying this is necessary reflection as an entrepreneur to know if the juice is worth the squeeze, or if it's time to get new fruit. I work with a lot of realtors and even some lenders who have this misplaced belief that, getting new fruit or pivoting is somehow an acknowledgement of failure. Failure would be not having the guts to know when to pivot. I want you to practice saying this instead. I never fail, I only learn. Or again, another way to say that is everything is either a lesson or a blessing. Because in every situation, no matter how difficult it is, it really should teach you something. And the key is to learn from that something and not make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And so when you use this tool every month, I'm serious, I want you to block out all the distractions. I want you to give yourself a full hour of uninterrupted reflection and remove all the distractions and get serious, because this is how you're going to get to your goals. So we'll start with the blessings, right? These are the wins that keep you going, okay? Not every win in real estate comes with a commission check. In fact, the vast majority of them don't. Wins are these smaller, quieter moments that remind you why you're in this business to begin with. Recognizing and celebrating those blessings is really vital to helping you stay motivated. So what counts as a win? Closings, of course. Landing a new listing, absolutely. Referrals from clients, keep those coming. But you know what else is a win? Getting positive feedback from a client or even a colleague, even if a deal didn't close. Or mastering a new skill like overcoming objections or making an Instagram reel, which is really hard. But if you still feel like nothing's going right in your life, let me just share an example that I showed one of my agents recently. She had been prospecting for weeks and nobody was answering. And finally, somebody picked up, and even though they're not ready to buy yet, they really thanked her for her follow-up, and they said that they will definitely call her when they are ready. Yeah, that does count as a win, because you're building trust in others, but also in yourself, and you're planting seeds for future business, and your efforts are gaining momentum. And blessings are that fuel that keeps your engine running. And so the more you celebrate that momentum, the more you will notice the wins, and the easier it will be to stay positive even on your toughest of days. Well, after you've counted those blessings, you will have to acknowledge the lessons. And the lessons are the setbacks or any obstacles that you faced. The not fun stuff. But you got to get real, and that's how you grow. Did you have a plan and you made zero progress on it? Well, what happened? Did you try something new and it just didn't work out? Well, why? Did you lose a deal or a client that you might have been counting on as income? That one stings. I have been there. I get that. But know this, the setbacks are how you learn and how you grow, because y'all, deals do fall apart. Leads do ghost you. And sometimes your best marketing ideas are just a flop, right? But every setback carries a lesson. And if you're willing to look for it, you're going to be able to grow much quicker. So ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? Was this setback within my control, or was it just bad luck? How can I prevent this from happening again? Here is an example, hopefully, that you can relate to. You're at an open house and it's just you and a tray full of cookies all by yourself on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that's a bummer, huh? Well, what lesson did you learn? Maybe it wasn't marketed effectively, or perhaps the timing was off. You got to adjust your strategy, tweak your promotion plan, and know that the next one will be better because of what you learned. As entrepreneurs, we are moving in a million directions at a million miles an hour. We're juggling clients and showings and emails and family. And, it might seem like a luxury to take this time to reflect, but it really is the most powerful tool that you have, because reflection will help you learn from mistakes and not dwell on them. That's a biggie. It's going to help you recognize wins that might get overlooked, and maybe help you keep going when your numbers or your attitude aren't working in your favor. Real estate is tough, but I promise you, so are you. And if you do this every month, things are going to stop being so tough, and you're going to stop being so tough on yourself. Every December, I actually do a business planning course with my agents, and it has this particular exercise within the workbook. And on that workbook, it has the phrase success or excuses written over and over and over again. Because I really do believe you can have success or excuses, but you can't have both. The things that take up that space in your brain, you got to ask yourself, are they really that important to you? Because y'all, this is your business, no one else's. So what excuse do you keep making for not getting what you want then? Listen, while it is true you can have success or excuses and you can't have both, it doesn't mean that sometimes in real life there aren't good reasons why something got thwarted, especially if you have a major life change like an illness or a death in the family or divorce. They can be crippling. Believe me, I know all too well the heartache of that and how it hinders us as entrepreneurs. And I know how easy it can be to be consumed by it. And that is why I'm urging you to make these monthly moments of reflection part of your regular life. For me, I didn't want to take that time because it meant accepting the truth of how painful my situation was. And so I was kind of like a robot out in the rain, just short-circuiting, does not compute, because I was embarrassed. Honestly, I was humiliated. I didn't want to be human. I didn't want to have those flaws. I didn't want to be unperfect and not have it all together, But guess what happened? By not tracking my lessons and blessings like I had been, I literally spiraled and I lost so much more than my marriage. The fallout of not doing it professionally, financially, personally, and emotionally was a lot. But you cannot have the comeback if you do not learn from the setbacks, which is why this tool is so important, because it will keep you moving forward. And again, friends, I'm telling you, this is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a tool for growth, because when you take time to reflect, you're going to see patterns in those successes, patterns in those setbacks. You're going to identify what's working, and then you're going to double down on it. You're going to build resilience by focusing on progress and not perfection, because real estate is a marathon, not a sprint. And if you're constantly chasing the next deal without taking that time to pause and reflect, you're going to miss the beauty of the journey. And trust me, even in the pain, there is so much beauty. So you need to double down on you, double down on your resilience, because you are worth it. And so is your real estate career. So I'll see y'all tomorrow for tool number 8.